Hello, everybody. This is Dave Wallace coming to you from my home here in Waiawa, Hawaii, and welcome to Monday Talk Story Time. And Happy New Year, Happy 2023, and welcome. Uh, I'd like to start off the New Year's by making several announcements of upcoming events. And let's start off with our books. We just released our Anna Blaze #7 series, part of the series, on December 30th. And right now we're preparing book #8 in the series to be released later in January, probably around January 15th, 14th or 15th in the middle of the month. And we're going to try and release at least 2 books per month. And hopefully that will give us about 24 books by the end of the year. So Anna Blaze. For those of you not familiar with the Anna Blaze series, Anna Blaze is a young girl who is a gifted teleporter. She has the ability to jump from one space to another in any place around the world, off-world too. Okay, so that's coming up in future books. Anyway, so she is very talented and she's much sought after. In fact, she's being hunted down by a villain who employed both of her parents as thieves. And this villain wants to use Anna's abilities. Besides teleporting, Anna also has the ability to read people's minds and influence them and feed thoughts into their mind, give them pain or pleasure, whatever they want. She can also enter your dreams and influence your dreams and make your wildest dreams come possible. So this is a little girl. And right now in book #7, she's about 12 years old. And book #8, we're continuing on this journey of hers. I envision that this book will be at least 20 book series because there's a lot of adventures that we like to take her on. And as far as other developments regarding the Anna Blaze series, I'm contemplating and thinking, actually more like planning, on releasing the first box set of the Anna Blaze series containing the first 5 books of the series, beginning with Origins. And so we're going to have 5 of the books all compiled together in a box set, and I'm going to make it available cheap. You can buy it for 99 cents on a digital form. But I'll also be providing a paperback option. So we'll have it in paperback, 5 books in one cover, and you can buy it paperback. And I'll try and keep the prices for that on the lower side so you can afford it. So that's where we're at with the Anna Blaze series. There's also some other stories that I'm working with, and right now there's a story that I'm thinking about posting on the on the other site, and this is Kindle Vella, and where you have episodes. And this one is Tutumome and the Visitors. And the story here is of a woman, a Hawaiian woman, who's living at the turn of the century on an ahupua'a, where the people are leaving the ahupua'a and going into cities where there's jobs, and she's left alone to fend for herself. And she finds, after living by herself for a while, she begins to get these visitors that drop by when she needs help, and they help her. And that's a really interesting story, and I'm going to be posting it on Kindle Vella when I'm done with that book. And right now I'm about 6,000 pages on that. So It's good enough for several series, but I want to finish the entire story before I release it on Kindle Vella. And that way, once I release it, I don't have to worry. I just plug in. And that story will be available in episodes of about 1,200 words. And that way it won't cost too much coins for you to read. And I'll try to keep that interesting. There's also new developments on the shape-shifting books. I began kicking around the idea of shapeshifters melding the Hawaiian dog family, and this dog story follows the descendants of Kaupe, and Kaupe is a dog man, famous dog man of Kipapa Gulch. And in fact, some people who live around or visit the Kipapa Gulch area will run into this spirit. In fact, Ridge Homes, the new subdivision right across Costco up there, I've been getting some reports of people seeing a large dog running around in in the subdivision. Could it be Kaupe or a stray dog? Who knows? Okay, but that's the history of the place. So in this one, in this particular story, it's going to be a combination of Hawaiian tradition and the cult of the wolf for some Native Americans. So it's going to be a combination between the two. And the last one that I'm working with, I'm still working on Mark of the Eel, and I have 2 books for that so far, and 10 episodes actually that I'm done with, and I'm going to be, that's enough for 2 books, and I'm trying to make that into a 5-book series. So that's where I'm at as far as writing, and a lot of things that's happening just with the writing and keeping me busy. Another thing that part of the business that I run is I also have, I also do tarot readings, and for those of you who purchased my tarot readings for the beginning of the year, thank you very much, and I'm continuing to giving them. These tarot readings, you can either do a standard reading, and most of you have option for that, a standard reading, or you can do a full year reading, which will cover all of the 4 quarters of 2023. And the cost is very, not much difference. To get a regular reading from me, it's $80. And for the full year reading, it's $125. So not much cost difference, and actually more economical if you have the full year reading. Okay, so that's happening. This coming year, I am setting aside the last Saturday of every month, 10 o'clock Hawaii time, Hawaii Standard Time. And I'm going to be dedicating an hour on that day from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And I'll be putting on free classes in Haki healing and Haki health readings and things like that. So all of the Haki classes, if you're interested in seeing demonstrations or joining in the healing or learning about Haki healing, you're welcome to join me on the last Saturday of every month. In fact, the first date for this scheduled date is January 28th at 10 o'clock Hawaii time. And I'm making it 10 o'clock Hawaii time because I do have a lot of clients up in the mainland, and 10 o'clock Hawaii time is about 4 o'clock in Eastern time all along the East Coast. And so that gives enough time for people to tune in. If you live in any other part of the world, you can catch the rebroadcast on my YouTube channel, and also you can watch it on Facebook. Okay, so those are the things that's happening. I'll also be offering classes on demand, and the classes that I'll be offering this year is Haki Healing 1, Haki Healing 2, and Medical Intuition. Okay, and then I'll also be offering Reiki certification for Reiki 1 and Reiki 2. If you're interested in becoming a Reiki master, you're going to have to contact me personally, and we can talk about the mentorship that goes on to that. The final training that I have been offering recently is the associative remote viewing class, and this is used to make predictions on future outcomes. And I still have openings for that if you want. And this is a 10-week mentorship class in which I teach you my version of how to do associative remote viewing. Now, to warn people who take this class, if you coming to this class with and you've already studied remote viewing, you need to empty all of that you learned before you take my class, because basically associative remote viewing does have some application of remote viewing in it, but it's not remote viewing. Okay, in remote viewing, we're going after a specific target, and I can see and as a remote viewer, I was trained as a remote viewer first by Dr. Courtney Brown and the Hawaii Remote Viewers Guild. So those are two methods that I learned my remote viewing. And finally, I decided to focus on associative remote viewing because it made more sense to me to do associative remote viewing to predict things that are about to happen. And the things that I predict are the results of games, sporting events. And I'm also a pre-calc pro, where I get paid to make predictions on the Standard & Poor ETF. Okay, so there's lots of applications. And if you take my class on the ARV, the mentorship program, I'll be teaching you how to do ARV my way. Okay, and I do disagree with a lot of people, and for me, it's I cut a lot of unnecessary things and dogma that's been floating around out there that you really don't need. Okay, and my background, I'm a natural clairvoyant. Okay, and because of that, I already have skills that was present before I became a remote viewer. And it's my belief that all of us have these abilities hidden, locked away inside of us. And it's my job to unlock these abilities in you. Okay. And at the end of the process of me teaching you my style of associative remote viewing, what you come away from this is a better understanding of how you operate and how your consciousness and subconsciousness work, and how to best take advantage of your own natural abilities. okay? And we adjust, my job is to help you discover that and to focus on your strength. And I don't have pigeonholes, okay? And I'm not trying to fit you, a round peg into a square hole. I don't do that. I customize the hole to fit you. So that's my job, and that's what I do in all of my classes, okay? Anyway, so I hope you folks have a wonderful 2023. It's going to be a busy year. And the tarot readings that I've been doing so far, it shows that 2023 can be a very challenging year out there. There's going to be many, many challenges that we need to prepare ourselves for. Financial markets, you think the end of 2022 is bad. Wait until 2023 comes around. Okay, so very volatile. So strap in your seats and enjoy the ride. Okay, and until next time, until next week, this is Dave Wallace from Waihoa, Hawaii. Say mahalo for watching and aloha.